A 35-year-old woman dies in the middle of the night. Within 4 hours, her body is rushed to a cemetery and buried under darkness. Rather than a standard report, 2 different doctors issued 2 official death certificates. The first claims she died at 4 a.m. The second states 4:30 a.m. According to the medical record, she was simultaneously dead and alive for 30 minutes. The deceased was Shwet Nisha Trivedi, known to nearly everyone as Bobby. She worked as a clerk right here at the Bihar Legislative Assembly. Her status as the adopted daughter of a former assembly speaker placed her at the center of Bihar's political elite, making her a constant presence in the private circles of MLAs and cabinet ministers. The morning after her burial, the streets of Patna remained quiet. No official announcements were made. The silence only broke when an anonymous journalist called Kishore Kunal, the city's senior superintendent of police, alerting him to the suspicious speed of the burial. Faced with forged documents and a victim tied to the highest levels of power, Kishore Kunal recognized a managed eraser of evidence. Investigating further meant a direct confrontation with the very government he served. Kunal's first move was to retrieve the physical evidence. He bypassed the political red tape and ordered Bobby's body to be exhumed from the cemetery. Because she had been buried in the damp earth, a standard autopsy yielded nothing. The body was too severely decomposed. Investigators had to rely on a viscera test, a chemical analysis of her internal organs. Here is what the lab found. We can see the official causes of death, heart attack and internal bleeding, being completely ruled out. Instead, Bobby's organs contained lethal doses of malathion, a toxic agricultural pesticide. With the chemical proof of murder secured, the police hunted down the people who were near Bobby in her final hours. Investigators quickly located 2 young men who lived in the outhouse of her private residence and brought them in for questioning. The witnesses provided sworn testimony to a judicial magistrate. On the night of May 7th, a doctor arrived at Bobby's home, accompanied by the son of the current assembly speaker. Witnesses stated the men mixed a so-called medicine into a glass of water and forced Bobby to drink it. By morning, she was dead. In a matter of days, the local police had dismantled the cover-up. They held the chemical weapon, the established timeline, and the key eyewitnesses, pointing directly at the political elite. They were ready to make arrests. The prospect of the assembly speaker's son being handcuffed triggered immediate panic within the ruling party. The investigation was moving too fast for the administration to control quietly. The political apparatus responded with an ultimatum. 2 cabinet ministers and 40 MLAs cornered Chief Minister Jagannath Mishra, threatening to pull their support and collapse his entire government unless the police investigation stopped. To protect his position, the chief minister stepped in. He abruptly stripped SSP Kunal and the state police of their jurisdiction, transferring the murder case to the Central Bureau of Investigation, the CBI. The agency dispatched a joint director to take over, but he was immediately sidelined. The state government ensured the lead investigator role went to an officer who was a direct relative of the chief minister. This sudden bureaucratic shift effectively dismantled a fully solved investigation, transforming a process intended for oversight into a mechanism for concealment. Almost a full year later, the CBI released its official report. They declared that Bobby was not murdered. They classified her death as a suicide. This split screen illustrates the total reversal of the police findings. On one side, the physical evidence of malathion poisoning. On the other, the CBI's conclusion that Bobby committed suicide via an antidepressant overdose following a broken heart. To support this new narrative, the CBI systematically voided the prior investigation. They claimed the outhouse witnesses were tortured by the local police into giving false statements, then provided a documented alibi for the assembly speaker's son. With the physical evidence ignored and the witnesses discredited, the case was officially closed. No politician ever faced charges. The Bobby murder case illustrates a specific pattern of institutional power. When the entire political elite is threatened by the truth, the organs of the state can be repurposed from tools of justice into shields for the powerful. An anonymous lawmaker from that era explained why the truth remained buried. If the facts had come out, the government would have fallen. As he put it, "In this bathhouse, everyone was naked,